Hi, this is Brian for Worldwide Stereo, coming to you from our showroom in Montgomeryville, PA, to talk about Bowers Wilkins' newly released and revamped speaker lineup, the 800 series Diamond D4 speakers. It's hard to talk about high-end audio without talking about Bowers Wilkins. Made on the southern coast of England, Bowers Wilkins has been a leader in audio innovation and design concepts with their tweeter on top for over 55 years. Their proprietary technology and industry-defining performance is what has made them the reference speaker of choice in over 200 of the finest recording studios like Abbey Road Studios and Skywalker Sound. When I started working for Worldwide Stereo back in 2005, I remember putting out our first Bowers Wilkins speakers on demo, the 800D series, the first series. My first thought was, these boxes are really heavy and these speakers look like R2-D2. I had no idea what to expect. I had never experienced high-end audio before hearing these. The 802Ds were connected to a Macintosh system powered by their MC501 monoblocks, and we were played a special track off a Beatles studio recording, and I felt like I was in the room with the Beatles. I could hear the pluck of the guitar strings and the short breath that John took before he sang. It made it clear to me just how much is lost in audio playback, and that experience with that first generation 800D series kicked open the door to what amazing audio really is for me. And in my time with Worldwide Stereo, I've watched the 800 Diamond series evolve. The floor standing speakers are the three-way 801, 802, 803, and 804 D4s. Bowers Wilkins has reintroduced the 801 D4 to replace the existing 800 D3 as a flagship model in the series. The bookshelf model is the two-way 805 D4. For home theater use, the two center channel speakers are the HTM81 and the HTM82 D4. The D4 series is available in 4 luxe cabinet finishes, adding a brand new satin walnut to the iconic gloss black, white, and satin rose nut finishes. The stereo speakers in the range have an upgraded cabinet design with an all-new rigid cast aluminum top to replace the previous wood version. The aluminum top is also finished with the same Connolly leather you'll find in Aston Martin, Rolls-Royce, and Bentleys. You've got black leather and black grills for the dark cabinets, black and satin rose nut, and a light gray leather and gray grills for the lighter cabinets, white and satin walnut. Now these grills are real easy to put on. You can just pop it on and then turn it until you feel the magnet take its place, and there it is. There are hundreds of improvements made to the new 800 series for the D4 line over the past 6 years, but let's look at some of the most relevant and important ones. The entire line of the 800 series D4 now features a single piece of a reverse wrap cabinet design shaped specifically to control sound and reproduce pristine audio. This, combined with the matrix and the all-new cast aluminum top for the stereo speakers and the solid aluminum spine, makes the series extremely rigid, inert, and quiet. Bowers Wilkins also rear-mounted the crossovers to allow the capacitors to be isolated from the effects of air pressure inside of the cabinet. Selfishly to me, it makes it easier to maintain in the future if I ever need to service the crossover. The tweeter on top is available on every speaker in the 800 series. And for the D4 lineup, Bowers Wilkins elongated the solid body tweeter, which is milled from a solid piece of aluminum. The voice coil was updated and reduced the vents from 3 to 2, as well as reducing the magnets from 3 to 2, making them more efficient and audibly more relaxed and laid back. Compiling this with the 2-point decoupling system, Bowers Wilkins were able to control the energy to move forward and shut down noise, creating a clean sound throughout the entire line. Now we can start talking about differences in the line and new technology that Bowers Wilkins has introduced. Their biomimetic suspension system for their mid-range driver. This is not available in their 805 D4, which has their old cloth spiders. This is an all-new minimalist approach to the suspension system for the voice coil. It keeps it centered and greatly reduces unwanted air pressure, which is a demonstrable difference. Bowers Wilkins measured an 80 dB noise reduction at the mid-range frequencies, which creates a real transparent sound. So another mid-range improvement for the three-way models would be its isolation with a highly stiff all-aluminum chassis and tuned mass dampers inside the mid-range mounted to each individual fin to quiet the resonance so it's dead silent, making it even clearer and much less vibration. The 801, the 802, and the 803 see even more benefits of isolation with the decoupled turbine heads disconnecting them from the base enclosure, allowing for further separation. More and more improvements that create that pristine audio. These four things combined are the base improvements in the new D4 lineup. First, the aerofoil cones, offering maximum stiffness and low mass. Second, an aluminum driver pod that decouples the driver from the cabinet. Third, a new anti-resonance plug which absorbs energy that shouldn't be there and allows the low-end audio to stay absolutely pristine. Finally, a redesigned optimized motor system, which starts at the 804 D4 as a double copper motor system and gets better as you advance to the 801 D4 with a double silver motor system, which increasingly reduces the noise floor and lowers electrical distortion. With that, Bowers Wilkins rounds up all the improvements you can make to the low end. Starting at the 804 D4s, Bowers Wilkins now has a stiff aluminum plinth that the downward firing flow port fires into, allowing the speakers to control unwanted resonance. From top to bottom, Bowers Wilkins is improving every little piece, and that makes a big impact and produces incredible loudspeakers. I spent a lot of time talking about what Bowers Wilkins did to improve the 800 D4 series lineup, but the true test is sitting down and listening to them. It's probably the best part of this job. I had the pleasure of demoing the 803 and the 804 D4 speakers in our Montgomeryville showroom, where we have them set up with a Macintosh MA9000 integrated amplifier, Rega P8 turntable, and a Blue Sound node. The node was connected with an AudioQuest Cinnamon digital coax cable, and the Macintosh amp was connected to the speakers with AudioQuest Folk Hero series, Robin Hood Zero, and Robin Hood bass speaker cable. I listened to a few tracks that I'm very familiar with through the Blue Sound node using Qobuz as my streaming service. There was a discernible difference between the 804 and the 803 D4 when I was listening to a couple tracks. They both sounded incredible, but I was excited to hear the 803 D4 because technically they are the first model in this series to adapt all the core technological upgrades the 804 D4 won't have. Comparatively, the 803 D4s became exceptionally open and the sound stage was amazing. The track I used to really experience the differences between them is one of my favorites, Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. Everyone has their track that they use to test out a system. Bohemian Rhapsody is the track I use a lot for testing systems when I'm looking for dynamics and presence. It has good examples of the dynamic range, instrumentation, and clear vocals going to the left or to the right channels. To me, it's a song full of joy, fond memories, and is great fun to listen to. If you're not singing along by the middle of it, I don't know you. The technical reasons why I can hear the difference will be the benefit of the decoupled mid-range and the all-aluminum turbine head enclosure, which starts at the 803 D4s in the series. Listening to the 803 D4s, there's a real sense of where you could feel the band was in the room. Instead of sensing that something's playing in the left channel, you get a sense of where they may be standing. This was the first time I listened to this track and felt the drums were in front of me and they were so present. Like they were right there pounding away in front of me or softly tapping the cymbals. You could also hear the slightest detail that was captured during the recording process, even the small intake of breath before Freddie belted out a beautiful harmony. Even though I've had this experience a number of times, it's always heartwarming to feel it again with deeper emotion and feeling. It's a beautiful experience, and I encourage you to come in and give these speakers a listen in one of our showrooms and be moved. Listen to something you've heard 1,000 times before and hear it like it's the first time. Thank you for joining me for our review of the Bowers Wilkins 800 series Diamond D4 speakers. You can learn more about these online at worldwidestereo.com, or if you're in the area, you can stop by our showrooms in Ardmore or Montgomeryville, PA. We offer 60-day returns, free shipping on all orders, and we're authorized dealers for everything we sell. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below, or you can call or email us at any time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. This is Brian for Worldwide Stereo. I'll see you next time.